Всем привет, это Андреев. Я решил снимать DiabloIII, чтобы хоть как-то оправдать свое медленное прохождение. Решил снимать с показом всех субтитров, всех роликов, всей истории. Вот, так вот, чтобы хоть как-то это оправдать, буду проходить на хардкоре в режиме одной жизни. То есть, если меня вдруг убьют противники, я погибну. Так что буду проходить аккуратно, буду ускорять сам бой, наверное. В общем, давайте попробуем. Да, спасибо за предупреждение. Присоединяться к другим игрокам не будем, присоединять к себе тоже. Будем играть?
I wander to places beyond imaginings, far from the jungles of my youth. My knowledge has grown vast. The people, they think me banished, shunned to the end of my days. They say I defy the spirits, but I say no. I follow them. The spirits show me alone that the skyfire is where the end begins. They say this must not be. I live to serve the spirits. So I go. There is none but me to answer the call. The air is heavy with death. The fallen star is near.
Ну, вот в небольшом приближении. Вот. Осторожно, будут спойлеры. Ну, в смысле, про сюжет игры и так далее. Как и обещал, я буду стараться ускорять все это. Да. Пинг до сервера, конечно, ужасный. Так, секундочку. Ну, стало чуть-чуть получше с пингом. Я закрыл просто парочку программ, работающих параллельно с игрой, но все равно, конечно, не очень. Те, кто не знает, это пинг, это скорость, с которой мне отвечает сервер. Вот. Вначале даже немножко что-то смогу вам рассказывать. Ну, вначале посмотрим. Опции, игра. Да, мне встоит все, что нужно.
The spirits tell me, go, seek the cradle of the fallen star. And so, I am here.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
They keep coming.
Shift помогает нам стоять на месте, но это должна и сама игра подсказывать. Да.
I've never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards,
Пинг меня убивает.
find Leah at the slaughtered calf inn.
Так, с кем можно поговорить? Ну, хотя бы.
The dead have been a bane on our existence.
existence since that cursed fire fell. We have to burn them, just to make sure they don't rise from the grave.
I came here to study the fall of old Tristram. This is closer to the town's history than I want to be.
Замечательная картинка, где вот этот стражник подкладывает тела в огонь.
I came here to study the fall of old Tristram.
Zakharum has fallen to disgrace. What faith can save us now? It is the end of the world.
Так, лечиться нам пора не надо, это у нас торговец. Так. Это общий сундук для всех смертных или бессмертных персонажей. Прошу прощения. Для этого...
My brother died defending this town, while that bloated coward tried to run away.
И, как я уже хотел сказать, прошу прощения, я для этого включил субтитры.
How dare you speak to me like that? I'm the mayor of this town.
Why are you trying to leave?
Are you mad? This town is doomed. Anyone with a grain of sense should be trying to get out. Will you help me or not?
I will not. This town needs us both. Consider this fact carefully.
Интересную часть истории игры, точнее мира, где якобы происходят события, представляют всякие журналы, например.
For many years, villagers were too afraid to settle near the ruins of the cursed town Tristram. But as time went by, adventurers arrived to loot the old cathedral, and their business was profitable enough that new Tristram sprang up to accommodate them. Fewer travelers visit now, though, and the town is mostly populated by craftsmen and farmers.
We've been under siege for 6 days now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon...
You are Leah. The captain says you survived the fallen star.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but... Watch out! The wounded are turning!
The spirits smile upon you.
This is killing business.
The dead will overwhelm us all.
There is a deep sea.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain
Ой,
Rumford
прошу
again.
прощения, тороплюсь, как всегда.
The dead will overwhelm us all unless something is done.
There is a deep sickness here, but it can be healed.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
Militiamen went out, only Rumford came back. How could that help us?
We never should have built on this cursed ground. Maybe Cain was right. Even in death, Diablo torments us.
С ними тоже не поговоришь.
We have come at last to Tristram's old cathedral. This is where Diablo, Lord of Terror, first corrupted mankind. This is where I may finally find the answers I seek. Leah worries after my safety, but I believe information vital to defeating the last lords of the burning hells can be found here.
I came here to study the fall of old Tristram. This is close.
What do you know of Leah and her uncle?
Not too much, I'm afraid. They came here almost a year ago. She split her time between looking after him and helping out the town. He spent his days in the old cathedral, looking for old texts from what I hear. They were inside when that thing hit. She's lucky to be alive.
How can I help to fight the risen dead?
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
Their sacrifice saved their people. I will honor it.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors. They're attacking the barricade! There! That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
Все равно сила атака больше, чем наш базовый клинок. Стоит он копейки, поэтому можно выбросить.
I will never forget the first time I saw these horrors shambling out of the misty woods. Our loved ones, buried long ago, rose from their graves and began to attack the living. However, the risen dead were only the beginning. I, Deckard Cain, have spent many years traveling and writing about the strange creatures in our world, but the sight of the wretched mothers still haunts me. They are the remnants of Queen Asilla's slaughtered handmaidens who were twisted by foul magic. Now they feast upon cadavers and regurgitate them as newly formed, risen dead.
А, так вот кого они кушали. Бедный караван чуть-чуть до города не доехал. В этот раз в подвал можно заглянуть.
Dear reader, I am Abd al-Hazir, adventurer, scholar, and researcher. I share my knowledge of this incredible world and its creatures through my insightful missives, often at grave risk to myself. Why, I was recently in Honduras, where my tents were ransacked by vicious quill fiends. I was able to beat them off with a shoe, but a less bold man would have fared far worse.
О, и даже колодец нам доступен, как хорошо. На сегодня очень удачливый день. Точнее, заход в игру. Ну вот так выглядит закрытый подвал.
I can no longer deny the true nature of the evil that rises from the depths of the cathedral. It is almost too horrible to admit the truth of it. It is the Dark Lord of Terror, Diablo himself, who plagues us.
Прошу прощения. Ладно, кому надо, наверное, остановит, чтобы прочитать. Для них же я показываю и навыки. Если кому лень рыться в базах и так далее. Тук-тук-тук.
I am done. The mothers sleep once more.
Иногда вот видели там красный свет. Сейчас покажу. Видите, там красный свет, иногда из вот таких вот ущелий вылезают монстры. Очень полезно. Ну еще из вот таких вот деревьев иногда. О!
While exploring a cave with hopes of finding hidden treasure, I came upon a most grisly sight. A heap of dead bodies. Unbelievably, as I was searching them for any items of value, they began to rise. I must tell them of this in New Tristram before it's too late.
На. Похоже, он опоздал. А иначе бы зачем он оставил здесь свой дневник? Ой, еще одно подземелье.
This chest is empty. Did the creatures take the treasure?
Ну вот, похоже, ответ на его вопрос. Иногда серьезных боссов лучше обходить. Ну, если только это не специальная локация. По углам. Вначале зачистить всех, кто может помешать сражению. Это мой личный взгляд, и он не обязательно самый правильный. Но иногда зомби распадаются на две части. Да, и белые вещи могут обладать параметрами.
Ogden and his wife have offered to let me and grandmother continue to stay with them. I think we will, now that the troubles are over. I am still tormented by horrific nightmares. I keep hoping they will fade, but they seem to be getting stronger.
Ну, нашли меч Гризельда. Достаточно редкое событие. Правда, не тот самый уникальный, но все-таки. Все равно наш кинжал лучше. Были бы мы, правда, берсерком плюс 5 силы, было бы кому-то лучше, но... Ну-ка. Не, ну все-таки нет.
Thank you for your help. But could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the
Found
idea.
some interesting things on my latest dig. You should take a look.
Так, прошу прощения.
I've got some brand new goods.
I volunteered to help because it seemed the right thing to do. But I'm no leader of men.
The spirits speak to all of us. Listen and find guidance.
That's a simple thing for you to say. You were born to fight monsters like the risen dead. Me? I'm just a farmer. When Leah told us the dead were pouring out of the cathedral, we quickly went to put an end to it. At first it seemed we were succeeding, but they just kept coming. We were overcome. Captain Dalton and the men fought valiantly. They protected me. I am no soldier. I was a farmer. I should not have been out there with them. I do not know how I made it back here. None of the others did. Now, somehow, I'm supposed to lead the militia.
Come, let us search for your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there.
Tristram used to be such a wonderful place to live. Tristram used to be such a wonderful place to live. My family has been here since the town grew out of the ruins of old Tristram. But now...
Что такое?
Used to be such a wonderful place to live. My family has been here since the town grew out of the ruins of old Tristram. But now, it's horrible. The loved ones we've buried and grieved over now threaten our lives.
Наконец-то я ее
Now
дослушал.
that someone like you has come, we have a chance. Did you hear what happened to Cain? Poor Leah.
Everyone's so gloomy around here. You'd think the dead was eating people alive or something. Oh, wait.
Какой он
Just
пьяный.
my luck. My business is the only thing not rising from the dead in this town.
A miracle has happened. A hero, like one out of Uncle Deckard's tales, appeared and saved us. I know in my heart that my uncle still lives, and I pray that the hero will bring him home safely.
Ну вот.
What are
После...
you doing in my room?
Ну ладно. Если я не ошибаюсь, в прошлый раз она мне искренне сказала: это моя комната, добро пожаловать.
It doesn't feel right being in Uncle Deckard's room when he's not here.
Так, здесь книжка еще не... Да, чтоб их. Я имею в виду ошибки сервера. Вот там книжка еще не появилась. Какое-то, по-моему, ограниченное количество появляется в этих местах.
Here, let me open the gate. Adria was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
Did you know your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons. Look, a hidden cellar. Follow me.
This is a place of power. Your mother hid her secrets here.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it. Captain Dalton!
Хоть у него не написано никаких аффиксов, очень неприятный мужик. Если успеет наколдовать свое заклинание. Красивая была статуя. Назовем ее плюющейся.
Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
I will find Deckard King. Stay here and study your mother's secrets. We may have need of them.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again. But like Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
For a long time, Uncle Deckard avoided coming back to this place. There were a lot of ghosts here for him. This is where Diablo drove old King Leoric mad and terrorized the people. I don't know what really happened here. Whatever it was horrible. Nearly everyone who survived went mad.
How did Adria pass to the unformed land?
You mean how did she die? Well, details are hazy, but I know that Adria was obsessed with chasing the arcane. She knew she could never raise a child. Uncle Deckard believes that the madness and horror of her life finally caught up with her.
Needs more time. Not ready yet.
Да ложитесь вы уже, и незачем было вставать. Можем посетить могилу. И ничего интересного, даже массового убийства не дали. Что за бардак?
Here is where the fire fell from the sky. Strange magic comes from below.
Да, красивая светящаяся дырка. по своим же собственным собачкам стрелял.
Some foul new disease has taken hold in this land, and the carrion bats are near the heart of it. Since returning to Tristram, I have seen their numbers surge. The evil forces that linger here give them strength, and I fear that the worst is yet to come. The grotesques may seem slow and senseless, but they hide many dangers within their hideously malformed bodies. A set of spikes lurks beneath the monster's flesh, and foul parasites nest within them. It is said that these horrors themselves are constructed by a greater evil, a darkness that I cannot even fathom.
Ура, мы поймали трежер гоблина.
Some devious little goblins have been robbing our merchants. When pursued, they simply open portals and disappear with the most aggravating chuckle. The peasantry seem to believe that the goblins serve a great demon lord known as Greed. And furthermore, that their portals lead to Greed's domain. A ludicrous notion, truly.
I don't want to change.
My name is Lockdown, and I'm cursed. Once the captain of King Leoric's army, I lived only to honor my land and my king. No man has a greater love for his king than I had for mine, even as I drove my blade through his dark and corrupted heart.
Need more time.
Синие существа ходят группами, это обычно уникальные мелкие боссы. нет, надо их будет разобрать. Вот именно поэтому, что иногда, что белые хорошие вещи начинают подать раньше синих, их и стоит собирать. Где-то успел потерять собаку.
More time.
Foul minions, stay back! Back! May this wedge hold. The Skeleton King?
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones!
I will aid you.
Back to your graves. Oh, thank you. But why did you risk yourself for me?
Черт далеко отбежал. Не люблю. Мой герой должен был ответить, что он типа его послала Лея.
I have kept my word to Leah and rescued her uncle Ken. I pulled him from the clutches of the Skeleton King, who still holds the fallen star.
Uncle, you're alive!
thanks to you and your friend here.
I seek your wisdom. Tell me of the fallen star.
The prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end has begun.
Please, Uncle, not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back.
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord, Leoric. He was driven mad by Diablo's evil. He lost both of his sons and his very soul before he was finally defeated. Now it seems he's risen to plague this land once again.
Leoric should be in the unformed land, yet he stands between me and the fallen star.
The key to defeating him lies in his old crown. Seek out our blacksmith, Hadrig. He knows of its whereabouts. Leah, you should not dismiss the signs so lightly. Do you not believe the evidence of your own eyes?
Horrors have visited Tristram before, and it endured.
But what of the texts? The Zakharum tomes warn of a falling star. The Herodric scroll spoke of the dead rising, and the Lord of Lies, the prophecy of the end days, says that at the end of all things, the first sign shall appear in the heavens.
Yes, you've been telling me about the text since I was 8 years old, Uncle. I just don't think we should read too much into them.
Как же он медленно разговаривает.
I am the last of the Herodric. I couldn't always claim this. In fact, if I had turned to the Herodric teachings sooner, Diablo could have been stopped before his reign of terror began.
You cannot believe this.
When the first signs appeared, I did nothing. I had shrugged the old tales off like they were so much fantasy. And Tristram, no, the world has paid dearly for my arrogance. I have tried to make up for my failings. Leah and I have spent her lifetime scouring the world, collecting pieces of the prophecy of the end days. If I can decipher it, we will have the key to defeating the lords of hell. The prophecy of the end days is contained within the Herodric tomes I inherited from my ancestor, Jared Kane. It is a warning to those who could interpret it regarding hell's ultimate invasion of our world, written by many different people throughout history, in many different lands. All known versions of the prophecy are incomplete. I have spent a good part of the past 20 years trying to complete it. I am certain it holds the answers to defeating the lords of hell.
The bond between you and Leah is strong.
I do not know what my life would have been like had I not raised her. Oh, it must have been difficult for Leah, following an old man on a mad search for the secrets to defeating the lords of the burning hells. But though she has seen her share of mysterious things, she is still unsure of my quest. I can understand. She has never seen anything like Diablo and his brothers.
Leoric's madness was caused by Diablo?
Leoric resisted Diablo's attempts to possess him, but the effort left him weak and confused. When his son Albrecht was kidnapped to be a vessel for Diablo, it destroyed any sanity Leoric had left.
After Leoric was the Skeleton King, what then?
He commanded an army of the dead deep within the cathedral, finally serving the Lord of Terror he had resisted while alive. Many adventurers tried and failed to slay the Skeleton King. It was left to Leoric's eldest son, Aiden, to finally kill the monster his father had become.
I've spent most of my life traveling from place to place with Uncle Deckard, while he did his crazy research.
What does your uncle seek?
He's convinced that the forces of hell will invade our world and bring about the end times. All these years, he's still searching for a way to stop this apocalypse.
Do you have knowledge of your mother?
She wasn't from Tristram originally. She came here during the Troubles. She was in search of something. I'm not sure what. She reminds me of Uncle Deckard, obsessed with the war between angels and demons.
These dark events tax us. I worry for Hadric, our blacksmith, most of all. His wife has been injured, and he is tasked with seeing to those who may turn. His family has suffered under this curse before. His grandfather, the Chancellor to King Leoric, was killed when the evil first spread over Tristram 20 years ago.
From the east shall come a monarch whose rule begins in blood and ends in bone. In the light of a comet will he die a third and final death at the hands of true men.
Every scholar of demonic law has heard of Deckard Cain. Thanks to you, I got to see him in the flesh.
Would take everyone's mind off their troubles. One of Theodos's great comedies.
I've seen one of them. Two men dressed as women screeching at each other and tearing their bodices. Huh, a Jimmy Ryder.
Glad to hear it. Rehearsals in 3 hours.
Uncle Deckard is home, rescued from the clutches of the Skeleton King. I'm so glad. But the Skeleton King, I thought he was a folktale. The idea of Mad King Leoric returning to torture this place. Hasn't Tristram suffered enough?
Yes, I've got some new things in today that I'm sure you'll love. Don't touch anything unless you're buying it. I like to keep my inventory clean. Spent all night alongside the blacksmith's wife, tending the wounded.
What? She was out defending the gates this morning. What is driving that woman?
Did you hear? Old Rumford has us down to half rations. How are we supposed to fight if we're starving?
The rest of the town is down to quarter, including my wife. You can quit if you want.
Hey, no one round here appreciates the work I put into acquiring these fine wares. It's not easy, I can tell you that. Look, I'm happy to sell to you, but you got to promise not to tell anyone where you got these goods from, okay?
Blacksmith, Deckard Cain said you could help me find the crown of Leoric.
Not now. It's my wife. She's locked in the cellar like all those who've been bitten. I'm to put them all down. But how can I kill my own wife?
It must be done, blacksmith. I will help you.
Thank you. Follow me.
This gate is locked by order of the captain.
Так, небольшой перерыв.
sorry.
They suffer, blacksmith. Aid us.
Mira, my love, forgive me.
Hedrig, help me.
I couldn't have done this without you. I'm in your debt. My name is Hedrig Aemon.
I need your assistance, Hedrig. I search for the crown of York.
I can help you there. It's buried with his chancellor, my grandfather. You'll find his tomb in a cemetery in the Weeping Hollow. And if you see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
There's a big pack coming this time. Stand your ground.
The spirits smile upon me.
That's the last of them. The bridge is clear.
Scavengers are ugly, pathetic creatures who survive off of carrion and corpses, too diseased to attract any other carnivores. I did once meet a raggedy fellow who claimed that he had trained one of the beasts to bring him large rats to eat. But I'm sure the story is utter nonsense.
Look, I'm happy to sell to you, but you got to promise not to tell anyone where you got these goods from, okay?
This apprentice's spirit dwells within the unformed land now. Hedrig should be told.
Успели на этот раз.
During the last days of King Leoric's reign, even the skeletons of the ancient dead could not rest. They took up their broken armor and weapons once more, ready to cut down anything that yet drew breath. Though wasted and fragile, these creatures possess a twist of cleverness that makes them quite formidable.
Needs more time. Need more time.
А вот и босс с приспешниками. А тех синих вспомнил, называют чемпионами, потому что их несколько одинаковых и чуть-чуть послабее.
I was able to trace some carrion bats back to one of their nests. What I found shocked me. The nest itself is a living organism, a mature bat that has been mutated by the darkest of magics. I no longer doubt that demonic forces have corrupted these creatures.
Needs more time. Not ready yet.
Туда нам еще рано.
I strike at your heart.
Извините, это опять у меня.
Need more time.
не взял? Самый. Точнее, не использовал капень возвращения назад. К началу подземелья раньше времени. Опять это меня? На этом мы сегодня закончим. Надеюсь, вам понравилось смотреть мои видео. Вот. Можно комментировать, критиковать и так далее. Вот. Ну, в общем, это все, что я хотел сказать. Спасибо, что смотрели.